Hey there, Reality Explorers. Eric back again. What I have here in my hands is a Reality Labo playing card. It's the Ace of Spades. And if I were to turn on a digital layer, much like you do in the Reality Labo app, you can see that you can connect any types of virtual or digital contents to this physical card. It's a card. It's also a video. And in this video, I'm going to show you how we're using this to create a project called the B.I.G Big Project, Before I Graduate project. And it's a project that we are putting together and facilitating with collaboration with Together Learning to make augmented reality collaborative learning spaces. And with a special wall with the images from Reality Labo, we are creating a space where students can share, find, support the dreams, hopes, and aspirations of learning goals and potential of things to accomplish before you graduate. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Reality Labo and a project called the Before I Graduate project. Coming right up. All right, so the Before I Graduate project was started in 2016, and with collaboration through the university and a couple of research projects, we were looking to explore how we could use augmented reality in informal learning environments. It was inspired by a TED Talk. If you want to know more about all these kind of projects and learning courses that go along with them, please come see us at togetherlearning.com, where you can see stuff related to this and take courses about how to create things using augmented reality with Reality Labo. So the goal of this project was simple. We were going to see if we can use augmented reality and the power of Reality Labo to rapidly prototype these learning environments so we can create a informal learning environment, a space where we can connect video, testimonials, and the physicality of the same kind of environment, physical environment, to see if we can create some community art, a new way of communicating using digital media. And it revolved around the sharing of aspirations, goals, dreams, hopes of things to accomplish during your college career. It was inspired by a TED Talk by Candy Chang, a very good one. I recommend you go see it. It's called Before I Die. And in this project, Candy Chang repurposed abandoned houses left behind after Hurricane Katrina and repurposed them for a community art space, basically a chalkboard with the words "Before I Die" written on them, allowing community members to come to these spaces and write a simple message about something they hope to accomplish or do, or to have something to aspire to before they die. And so it became this kind of community collaborative messaging space, a space that wasn't used before, perhaps maybe even unsafe, became a way to collectively know what the neighborhood was thinking, right? This is kind of transformational as far as community communication. And it's at a physical space. So of course, using Reality Labo, being able to connect all types of digital contents to a physical space, this inspired me to take this one extra step, and put this adding digital contents to a wall. For example, people that would come to this space would write things that they want to do before they die, someone they wanted to meet, or these sometimes were very deep and personal things that they would write on this wall. And so because you weren't there at the same time, the same place, you weren't actually physically telling somebody you don't know your deepest hopes and dreams. You were writing them anonymously almost on a wall. So it became a way to know your neighbors, or at least know collectively what your neighbors felt and were thinking, and therefore have a sense of community, a sense of being a part of a community as a whole. This was what I was trying to replicate using the Reality Labo app in this project. So instead of before I die, it became before I graduate. And for this specific exercise, students went through a variety of steps to contribute and be a part of the project. They thought of one goal, one dream, one wish, one thing to aspire to accomplish before they graduated their undergrad degree at our university. They wrote an essay to kind of put their thoughts together, refine their goals, maybe the steps to get to it. And from there, they produced a 1-minute testimonial video about this goal, this dream, this aspiration. Now, we were able to create a space at our university in one of the lobbies of the buildings where students can actually physically write on the wall. And using the Reality Labo cards in sticker form, you would slap a sticker next to your message and be able to connect your video testimonial to that physical location. And so it would look a little bit like this through the Reality Labo project. So we have the first version of this. New versions look a little bit different now, but this first prototype in 2017 was basically a wall covered in paper and a couple of tablets with the Reality Labo app loaded off to the side, and you can come and grab a couple of markers off the table and write your dream, your message, your aspiration, whatever that might be. You don't have to write your name. You could if you wanted to. And next to that, there was a couple of tablets where you could use the app to record your video testimonial, or you could do it at home and upload it through the app at any given time. Also, with these apps laying or sitting next to the wall, you can pick it up and view the wall through the lens of augmented reality. And if you saw a message that you connected with or you wanted to know more about, or it was related to something that you wanted to do or aspire to, you would point the camera at that sticker and the connected video testimonial would be shown through the augmented reality application. So you can learn a little bit more, see the person's face, see their voice, if the student decided to show their face, and learn directly from the student about their hopes, their wishes, their dreams. And then you could maybe even take it a step further. If the student wished, they could put their contact or let the app give them the ability to contact them. And so if it was perhaps a goal or a wish that was similar to another student's, they could contact each other and support each other or find a way to help each other with their goals. So it became a way to see this dreams and hopes and give students a little bit of flexibility in how they would anonymize or publicly announce their hopes, their wishes, and their dreams, and allow other students to see the wishes and hopes and dreams of other students. It became this collective way to see the collective hopes and dreams of the entire class. And so there's a lot of good stuff that came out of this, a lot of good things that we found out about students from a teacher standpoint as well. We got to see some of the things that a lot of our student body was hoping to accomplish as they were students at our university as well through this project. Here's an example of a screenshot through the app, right? So you're looking at my message, which is my hope was that the students would work hard to accomplish their goals during their stay at our university. They're going through our programs, and you can see looking through it, the video would be connected to that physical wall at that physical space. So you felt a connection to the space, and you also felt a connection to that person, but you didn't have to actually physically be there at the same time at the same place. It's almost like a monument, a physical art exhibition that changed over time and that you could add to, not only with your physical presence and your physical handwriting to it, but with media and video testimonials. Could be pictures, could be just audio as well, that you wanted to add to that. And through the app, be able to connect perhaps a little more privately or anonymously than you would just trying to go up to somebody in a lobby that you might find, right? So as this started to iterate, we made a kind of like a wall that has all the cards on them in a kind of a pop-up tent type situation. And you can actually get one of these through the Reality Labo website that you can put up in your university, your classroom, and use it for this project and other projects that are related to it that we were working through with Reality Labo. And as you look through the wall, the different things pop up on it as well. You can do it this way, but you can do it the other way as well, just putting stickers on a wall. Another way that we have done it before in the past is put just the cards in a location in the wall. And another great thing about this project is the wall has disappeared, but the data survives. And we have published a book on all of the students' essays, their video testimonials, and now lives on through in a textbook format. So students can download the PDF version and print it out, or go online and purchase it at cost, or perhaps have it in an archive in the student. We have it on archive in our student media center, or library, basically. And so if I went back and looked at this is the actual textbook, and I held it up to the camera, perhaps the video would pop up.
Hello there.
See that now, right?
Welcome
So
to the
video
B.I.G project,
explaining the project,
otherwise
is
known
actually
as
playing.
the
You might be able to hear that
Before I
audio
Graduate project.
in the background as well.
This project
And
has
it's
the
being tracked in
goal
real
of
time.
having students
So
share.
you can see that throughout the entire book. There's the messages from the students and their actual physical picture of their message on the wall that is no longer there. And through the app, having access to it, you can see the videos. So you can go back. It's almost like a time capsule now. If you have the textbook or you have the cards and you know where to look, you can go back and revisit your goals to see if you may have accomplished them. And so this is a project you can do over many years, and students can see perhaps as they go through your programs or your schools, revisit their goals or revisit the goals of other students that might be similar to them. And you can collate it in perhaps a database as well through the Reality Labo app. Right? So for the last part of this, I'm going to show you a quick demo about how this might work in the Reality Labo app. I'm going to show you a top-down view of my kind of messy desk here. What you see here is I'm holding up the book that's left over. I also have some cards, Reality Labo cards. Here is one of the cards itself here as well. You can see that augmented. So also I have my tablet here looking down, and you can see there's my hand that you can see through the app. So I'm going to load up the project, the big project Before I Graduate 2017. And what that is going to do is it's going to associate all of the cards, the playing cards, the deck of 52 cards, with the student testimonials that were connected to that physical space, and now to the textbook and the cards involved. So first one is actually the back of the book. I'm going to set the book down here, and it's automatically going to start loading the video that originally was the first video that I created back in 2017 for this particular project. And if you now it's scanned in, you can no longer look at have it scanned on top of it in real time. You can now watch the video in its entirety. It's almost like scanning a barcode at this point, right? So that's a little bit about the book itself, and you can open the book and see a particular project that you might want to know a little bit more about. For example, here's one by Minori-san. It says, her goal is to read 100 books before she graduates. So I'm going to take this and see if this works on the scanner. Now it's going to load the video, depending on how big the video is. And there it is, right? So now you can read the essay and then see a little bit more about Mino's message through the app itself. One good thing about this particular project, it becomes semi-private, a little bit more than perhaps loading a video to YouTube, because you need the physical textbook to find the project, to load the project in the app, and you need the physical textbooks to view the videos. And so you can have different ways of setting this up in the Labo app and give the students their own ability to do things within the app and how to share that with their fellow students. And as a teacher or a project manager within the Reality Labo app, you have a little bit of flexibility and options whether to be able to share them publicly, have the students add or take away their digital contents as they want. All right, so Reality Labo as a project, we're going to be continuing this through courses available at togetherlearning.com. Learn how to use augmented reality. There are courses here about the Before I Graduate project. So that's one option that you want to do with your students, is just give them access to the course. It will tell them about crafting their essays, about making their videos, about adding them to the project. So you wouldn't have to, you can go through the project yourself with the students, or you can simply give your students a QR code to access a project which you create in Reality Labo and allow them to add their video testimonials, which then you can manage and do with what you please, create a book, a wall, or whatever that might be for your situation. We have other courses available as well. But if you'd like, you can come back to realitylabo.com and learn more about what we're doing with different ways to use Reality Labo in augmented reality and informal learning and other ways. There's so many unique projects that are coming forth, especially through student creations. I encourage you to come check us out and share what you might be able to create as well using augmented reality for learning and engagement. I'm Eric. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.